Hello, my name is Tony Brownell. I'm an Operations Section Chief for CAL FIRE Incident Management Team 1 for a little update on the Creek Fire in the West Zone, correction, the Dixie Fire. So, on Branch 9, looking really good. We're actually starting to pull some hose out of there. We did have a small spot fire up here we call the Horseshoe area, which is in Stump Branch. Contained it yesterday, no big issues. The rest of it was looking really good. And this is the Highway 32, 36, 89 area, Mill Creek. Moving on to Branch 13, this is stuff that's mostly in the Volcanic National Park. Very tricky country in there, a lot of dead snags standing up. It's in sensitive areas. There's a lot of arc sites in there. So we have to be very careful how we approach this one. We're actually starting to make progress on this section here. We're going to push that up to the top of the park and come around and tie it back into Prospect Peak. This isn't an old burn scar, the Reader scar, so the fuels are very inconsistent in there. We have some timber left still, some snow brush, and it's not curing real well, and it's very hard to fight fire in. Moving into Branch 16, still active yesterday. It tried to push our line a couple times by making little runs at it. There is spotting over the line. Spotting is when small embers, like either pieces of bark, pine needles and stuff, get thrown over our line in the smoke column and light new fires. We picked all those up on the other side of our primary containment line. It still has not reached Highway 44, but it's probably within a mile of it or so. And we have plans, if it does start running, we might have to close 44 again, but that's going to be our last resort to do that. Moving in the area above Westwood, we call it Division S and T. Still looking really good. That's on the A21 road. We're holding it very well. We're in what we call mop-up patrol. It means we're putting out all the hot spots as far as we go into the burn and keep it from jumping out. Moving into the Westwood area, into Susanville, the 36 corridor, looking really good. 36 is now open again. We are getting calls for services. We get we're getting into the point where we're called needle drop. The trees got either heated or burnt. The needles are dropping on hot material and it's starting little fires. Nothing really to worry about. They're not right next to the line. We're taking care of them. Moving into the Janesville area. Still a little bit active below Janesville, but Janesville itself is protected with that 30,000 acre spot. We got line all around that spot fire. It's being mopped up aggressively right now. We're trying to get it mopped up so we get people back into their houses. It's taking a little time. So we're assisting the east zone on this finger that we call a finger burning up towards 395 on an escarpment. That's below Milford, between Milford and the Beckworth burn in the Sugar Fire. So it made a pretty good run a couple days ago, and it burned about 4 miles in a couple hours. It's up on the escarpment, so you're driving 395, you can see it, and it is come over the escarpment and it's slowly backing down towards the structures. We do have line at the toe of the slope, so where the slope starts going up from the valley. It's about 10 blades wide on a dozer line, so it's very wide. And we've prepped around all the structures to make sure they're going to survive the fire as best they can. And we also have resources in place to protect those structures if the fire does want to run off that hill. Typically, the fire will make runs about 2 or 3 in the afternoon because the winds will pick up off the escarpment and blow it down in the valley. That's caused by cool winds in the mountains, warm air in the valley, in the desert area, that pulls that cool area and it does a strong down canyon push. That's not expected to happen today mainly because the smoke is over the top of that area, moderating the temperature so we don't have a huge difference, but we're prepared to defend the structures if it does happen. We are also putting line down the other side of this finger. It's called the left flank, and we're almost down into what we call Snow Peak. So we're containing that from coming back into Jonesville as much as possible. So this thing isn't out. As an example, down in the Butte Meadows area last night, we had a slop over. It means the fire got outside our containment lines. It's been cold for 3 or 4 weeks. We've had no issues, and all of a sudden we got another thing. This fire is very resistant to control. So even though we're making progress, we're still keeping our guard up, and we're not going to let our guard down until this thing is completely done and no danger to the public or resources. Have a great day.